How's it going? This is the video for lesson 19, solving equations for real-world situations. Let's go ahead and take a look at these notes together, and then you guys can go ahead and practice on your own. And I'll catch you in the check your work video. Read the problem below, then explore how to write and solve an equation based on a real-world situation. It says Rita sells 6 tickets for a school fundraiser. The total price of the 6 tickets is $84. What is the price of one ticket? So she sold 6 tickets and she got $84. And we want to know the price of one ticket. So they give us a bar model in the model section. It says create a bar model to represent 6 tickets and the total price. Let T be the price of one ticket. So they show us 6 T's, right? T is a ticket, so each of these is worth one ticket. The top bar represents $84, which is the total price of all the tickets together. The bottom bar represents the expression 6T, the total price of the 6 tickets that she sells. The bars are the same length, right? 84 up here, and these 6 T's, they are the same length. So 6T equals $84. Let the price of each ticket be $T. Write a sentence describing two amounts in the problem that are equivalent. Then translate your sentence into math symbols. So the number of tickets, which is 6, times, which is multiplication, the price per ticket, T, equals the total price of the tickets, which is 84. Write an equation, so 6T equals 84. Solve this equation to find T, which is the price of one ticket. So they show us two different ways to get the same equation. We're looking at 6T equals 84. So let's go ahead and look at our practice page that gives us the work through questions that we can get. Alright, so remember that when we're solving equations, we always want to use the inverse operations to solve. So look at the solve it on the previous page. What is the operation in equation 6T equals 84? What operation is happening between 6 and T? They are being multiplied. What is the inverse? What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. What is the first step to solve the equation? We need to divide 6T by 6. So 6T divided by 6. What must you do to keep the equation balanced? Divide the other side by 6. So then you would have to do 80. Whoa! Whoa! Not quite. 84 divided by 6. Write the numbers inside the boxes to solve 6T equals 84. 6 and 6, just like we did up in 23 and 22. What is the price of one ticket? $14. Ooh. Over here making new symbols up. Okay, so $14. Explain how you know what step to take to solve an equation. The first step being that you find out what operation is occurring. The second step is figuring out what's the opposite of that operation or what's the inverse of that operation. The next step is to use the opposite operation, or the inverse operation, on the side that has the variable, and then do it to the other side to keep it balanced. So you basically, for number 26, you just would rewrite all these steps. So there's basically 4 steps in solving an equation. You first need to identify the operation, then figure out what the opposite operation is, then use the opposite operation on one side, and then use it on the other side. Done. Okay, it's very straightforward. It's going to do that every single time you ever try to solve an equation. Use what you just learned to solve this problem. Show your work on a separate sheet of paper. So go ahead and pause this and try it on your own first, and then come back and see if you did it right, or if you were on the right track, you had the right idea. I'm going to do it in a different color. I'm going to use this space right here. So it says, Mary drives 35 miles per hour and travels a total of 105 miles. For how many hours does Mary travel? So we know she travels a total of 105 miles. we know that she's going at a constant speed of 35 miles per hour. We want to figure out how many hours she traveled. So we know that if it's per hour, that she's traveling this much per hour. So our variable goes with the 35. What's the opposite of what, well, first, what operation is happening between 35 and x? They're being multiplied. So what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So we're going to divide both sides by 35. Now, this is going to be easy mental math for me, so I'm just going to explain it. I'm not going to show it. Maybe I'll show it on the side over here in a minute, but 35 divided by 35 is 1. So x is now by himself. And I know that 105 divided by 35 is 3. I'm going to explain how I know that in a minute. So it took, Marie traveled for 3 hours. So if I want to check and make sure that this is right, I would do 35 times 3 over here. The reason I know that so easily is because I know 35 plus 35 is 70, and 70 plus 30 would be 100, plus 5 would be 105. And I don't know why I drew an addition sign there, but you should be multiplying this to check your work. So let's go ahead and multiply. 3 times 5 is 15, so I'll put the 5. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So there you have it, that my solution is correct. X equals 3. So Marie drives 3 hours. And there you have it. Go ahead and use this video while you are doing your practice pages for reference, and I will see you in the Check Your Work video.